Come on over here, babies. You know that ugly N word some people use against black folks? That word didn't just fall out of the sky. Long ago, people in Europe had words that simply meant black. But when millions of our African ancestors were stolen from their homes and forced into slavery, that word changed. It became a weapon. Slave traders used it. Slave owners used it. People used it while they sold mothers away from their children. They used it while they whipped people, denied them the chance to learn to read, and treated human beings like property instead of God's children. After slavery ended, that same word followed our people through segregation, unfair laws, and times when folks were denied jobs, schools, and the right to vote. It was shouted by people who wanted Black Americans to feel small and afraid. The word became powerful because it wasn't used in isolation. It was backed by institutions. It was spoken while people were bought and sold as property, whipped, denied education, lynched, prevented from voting, excluded from schools and neighborhoods, subjected to legal segregation. When a word is repeatedly associated with violence and unequal treatment over generations, it accumulates emotional and historical weight. That's why the word still hurts today. It carries the weight of history. It reminds us of generations who suffered and still found the strength to keep going. Some people use that word today because they don't understand its history. Some use it because they think it's funny or because they want attention. But some people know exactly what they're doing. Some people still hold on to the old belief that one race should be above another. Some people still cling to ideas of white supremacy, even if they don't always say those words out loud. And some people use that ugly word because they know it has the power to stir up hurt, anger, and division. If you can keep people mad at each other, they'll stop working together. If you can keep people divided, they'll stop solving problems together. If you can keep people fighting one another, they won't pay attention to the people benefiting from all that division. That's why some people throw that word around today. They hope somebody will lose their temper. They hope a fight breaks out. They hope a video goes viral. They hope communities turn against one another. Division has always been one of hatred's favorite tools. Don't fall into that trap. Grandma wants you to picture your mind like a television. Now picture somebody else holding the remote control. Every time they press a button, they decide what you're going to do. If somebody can make you lose your peace with one hateful word, then you've handed them your remote. Baby, don't ever hand anybody your remote control. Now don't misunderstand Grandma. Racism is real. Hate is real. When somebody does wrong, it ought to be called wrong. But don't let their hatred become your behavior. When somebody tries to bait you, stop and remember who you are. Walk away if you need to. Tell somebody you trust. Stand up for yourself the right way. Use your mind before you use your mouth. Use your wisdom before you use your fists. Our ancestors didn't survive slavery, segregation, and discrimination because they were weak. They survived because they learned when to stand, when to march, when to pray, when to organize, when to speak, and when not to let hate steal their dignity. That's real strength. Always remember this, babies. That hateful word is not your name. Your mama gave you your name. Your daddy gave you your name. Your family gave you your values. God gave you your worth. Nobody can take that away unless you let them. So when you hear hatred, don't answer it by becoming hateful yourself. Answer it by becoming wiser. Answer it by becoming stronger. Answer it by becoming more educated. Answer it by becoming more successful. Answer it by building bridges where some people are trying to build walls. Because the greatest victory isn't proving you're stronger than somebody else. The greatest victory is proving that nobody, not with an ugly N-word, not with ignorance, not with hate, can make you become somebody you're not. Now that's the kind of victory Grandma wants for every one of her babies.